With the Secondary Schools Football League Premier Division dominated by teams from the North and the South zones, there is a huge expectation from those two teams in the East. As the 2016 season begins on Wednesday, San Juan North Secondary is being called upon to defend the reputation and the survival of that zone. C-Sports visited Bourg Mulatresse on the eve of their season opener against Naparima College, the defending champions.
It's not a pressure, it's a responsibility. It's a responsibility first to the school, to the people in the environment and the whole of San Juan, Santa Cruz area, you know. A lot of people support San Juan North from behind the scenes, so it's a responsibility to these people for us to be in the premiership at all times.
After 3 seasons of the new format, the East and Central Zone teams have withered away. But San Juan North Secondary coach Jerry Moore believes it's not to be blamed neither on the quality of players nor the new structure of the league.
I think it's good for the league to have promotion and demotion. In my time when I played, that's how it was. So I'm accustomed to it, and all over the world it has promotion and demotion, and that brings competitiveness. You know, I think the teams in the East Zone just have to prepare a little bit better. Most importantly, the coaches got to teach, not just coach, but you got to be able to teach the youngsters to get what you want out of them. You know, and that is the challenge right now with the schools in the East Zone. Having said that, the schools in the North Zone and the school in the South Zone and Central Zone, they probably have the same problems as the schools in the East, so it's up to the coaches to find a way for them to be successful.
Coach Moore will oversee his 3rd season with San Juan North Secondary, also known as Bourg, but his first without his fearsome frontman, who almost always single-handedly carried the team on his broad shoulders.
The first time in 5 years, Brent Sam won't be the face of San Juan North. He's been playing for the school from since Form 2. With this team here, it will be more of a collective effort because most of the guys here were playing under 16 last year. You know, we are a team in transition. It's a young team, but they work really hard in preparation. And I expect us to have a good season.
A good season could be made or broken in their opening match against the defending champions, Naparima College.
Once we beat Naparima, the whole day will be upset because nobody expecting us to beat Naparima because we have a much younger side than last year. So once we beat them tomorrow, yeah.
But the defending champions are still confident of retaining their title for a 3rd straight year. Coach Angus Eve, that's coach of Naparimas, he said that as much despite having lost several players to scholarships and national teams.
9 players. This season, 9 starting players has gone off to scholarships or other stuff, and we also are losing a lot of players with the national under 17 and also the national under 20s because they just disbarred the under 20 team from participation in the tournament that they actually get selected from. You know, it's a mind-boggling thing to me, but apparently the coaches at the colleges league, Keith Jeffries and Angus Eve and Anthony Roges, and these people don't have the experience to develop young people. So, you know, we go with what we have. If there's anybody at the school, that is who I coach once they go to the school, and we aiming to repeat this season.
Meanwhile, the new Premier League format has come in for high praise from one who has followed secondary schools football closely for many years. Keith Jeffrey, head coach at San Juan Jablote and former coach at San Juan North, believes the switch has saved the secondary schools league.
To be in the zone, you would have known your opponent from day one. But having to go far east, far south, north, you're never sure what you're going to meet. So it's a challenge, and it's good for the youth, and I think it will take them from one level to the next. I believe in the system. I think the system, whoever designed it, was a good way to go. The college league was dying, and I think the change was a good change.
Jeffrey, who coached San Juan North previously, isn't giving up on his former team, however, but is wary of the threat posed by Angus Eve and his Naparima outfit.
I dressed it up nicely, and I know, knowing Angus, I know Angus would find players to make it happen. So while he would have lost 9 players, Angus would have raided and find 9 players to replace that 9. So I know Angus. I am back in Sawa on Wednesday. We play Angus on Wednesday. I'm back in Sawa, but I know Angus would have replacements, and it would be a challenging game for Sawa. They have lost Brent Sam to Sawa Jablote, and also lost Josiah Trenham to the pro football Sawa Jablote, and there were two players over the years that carried Sawa. So I know it is a new couple of players, and Jerry Moore will have his work cut out, because I know Angus would already have 9 replacements. and 9, I want viewers to 9 season replacements.